The future version of yourself might hate you, and that's like something to think about, supposedly, because apparently you're gonna regret your actions now, maybe. And if you think you are, then there's no point in doing them. Because, I heard this thing the other day, which was like the 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 fat lasts a lot longer than the taste does. Which just tells you like just control on the eating because the ill effects outweigh the good effects. And to some extent, I feel like people who tend to live in the moment more and act like it's the best thing in the world, like living in the moment 100% of the time, just making impulsive decisions based on what's gonna give them the most fun. These people will later just fall off and regret every action, and maybe they won't even stop and think that maybe living in the moment is just not a good habit, but it's gonna negatively affect all of your relationships and all the people around you. Just think about it. If you try and maximize the conventional way of fun, then you're gonna be selfish and you're gonna be a piece of shit. And yeah, you're gonna hurt a lot of people on their way. And these are the people who can't feel an association with their future selves, right? The people who are disciplined, people who are working towards a goal to which they know they're not gonna see the results right now. They see them in the future. And they don't even know when the results are gonna come or if they are gonna come. People who do that, they have an association with their future selves, right? They can already imagine what their future is going to look like, what it's going to hold, and they're going to make decisions according to what they think they are going to be like, according to what they think their life's going to be like, and what's a way in which they can maximize the experience of life for their future self, right? Like, for example, right, when you study, what's studying gonna get you to now? Right? You may feel good when you get an A plus on a test, right? But like it doesn't really get you much now. But in the future, right, you're gonna get a good job. And if you get a government job, all the huzz are gonna go crazy for you. Yeah, that's a benefit of having a job, not just studying hard all your life. And when you go to the gym, it's like you're not gonna see the results right away. I mean, you can call the pump a pseudo form of results, but you're not gonna see results right away. You have to wait for those, maybe a couple years, maybe 4 years to actually get to the point where you would like to be. And even relationships, people who take it slow, people who just lay down a trusting, comfortable foundation instead of rushing into things, tend to have better relationships than those who just randomly say I love you, get a kiss, and then boom, it's just dead in a few months. See, we always have to think about our future self, right? Let's say that you're a lonely person and you find someone who is like who you're interested in, but they're not like all that, and you'll think aligning with your future self that if they're not all that, why am I even in contact with this person when my future self wants what's best, right? If you think that way, it's highly unlikely that you find someone who's actually like perfect or almost perfect, who actually wants you to, because you're not the future version of you, you're just you. So you have to figure out whether people are headed to a bright future, right? You have to talk to them, you have to learn what directions they're going in, and then you determine whether your future is gonna be as good as theirs. And if their future is better than yours, all I can say is you gotta level up if you wanna, reach that standard. You gotta do more, you gotta be more. And they say to get what you've never gotten, you have to do what you've never done. And you have to be someone you've never been. Which is kind of counterintuitive because, we at the core of ourselves are fixed, right? We have a fixed set of values, fixed set of morals which we never cross, unless in like a really extreme scenario. But at our core, we have been with ourselves all our life and we know the type of person we are. So to change that, right, to push ourselves beyond someone we are, it's counterintuitive, it's uncomfortable, and it's borderline crazy. But that's the fun part. Because even though it seems like such a crazy thing, it's something all of us have to do to upgrade. And some people, they don't upgrade in their life ever, right? And to upgrade isn't just to, learn to read faster, learn how to memorize stuff. Sure, those are like beneficial skills, but to truly upgrade, you need to get a hold of your mind as well. And it's pretty extreme to analyze every single thought you have, but that's what knowing yourself is, right? You have all your life to have all the fun you want to do, all the work you do, but you just have the moment right now to analyze who you are as a person right now. You're not gonna grow, I mean, you're not gonna go 20 years into the future and think about what was I like back in the day, right? What kind of morals did I have? What changed? No. You can't analyze yourself in the past by being in the future or being in the now. So you have to analyze yourself, you know, regularly, and you have to find out what's changing, what hasn't changed, and what you would like to change. And that's just the way we should align ourselves for success with our future self, right? We do things today that give us a slight sense of accomplishment because if you get like a massive sense of accomplishment, you're gonna get the rush of dopamine that you would get upon achieving your goal, and then you're just gonna think, oh, I achieved the goal, because that's how the mind works, and then you're just not gonna work towards the goal anymore, which isn't right, which is just in your head, you actually need to analyze from a third person view also what you're doing, how you are, and are you everything that you strive to be? And if you aren't, then what's the point, right? What's the point in slobbing around and just having fun in the moment when you're not even the person you like to be? Right? That's like an existential threat. So, like, you can't really, you know, go ahead much without taking a step back. So, yeah, what I'm trying to say is uh, align your present self with your future self and share similar interests. I'm not saying share the same interests, because Your future self's not gonna want to play Fortnite all day, every day, probably. So yeah, align them to a certain extent where it's healthy for you to enjoy living right now, but also not have to pay the cost of an ignorant lifestyle in the past when you actually get in the future. Peace out, Girl Scout.